On today's video, we're going to be patterning the Federal Premium Flight Control wad. This is 2 3/4 double aught buck 9 pellets. This is the low recoil version, 1,145 feet per second. It don't say what kind of barrel length. I'm going to be shooting it with my antique Mossberg 500 28-inch barrel. Now, I believe Federal recommends shooting this with a bore cylinder choke on it. This particular gun, long story, I don't even have a choke in it. I loaned it out for turkey hunting, and a buddy of mine cross-threaded my my choke thread, so it don't even have a choke in it. So you can't get more bore cylinder than that. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot this around at 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 yards. We'll bring it back to the table, discuss the pattern, discuss 12 gauge for hunting, self-defense, and all around versatility versus a few other things that I have in mind. Alright, I don't want to bore you to death, so here we go. Alright, 10 yards. Okay, now at 20 yards. Alright, now 30 yards. Let's try 40 yards. And now 50 yards. Okay, the 10-yard shot. It is all 9 pellets. It looks like, let's see if I can get it here without shaking the camera too much. It looks like all of them but 4 were still in the wad when it passed through. And the ones that were starting to come out were just barely. So they were just barely starting to come out of the wad at 10 yards. Here at 20 yards, all but 1 has come out of the wad. So we have 8 in a, I believe it's 2.5 inch pattern from the widest spot. Yep, 2.5 inches from the widest spot at 20 yards. Here we are at 30 yards, and this starts to really spread open now. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pellets that have moved out, and I do believe the other 2 remained in the wad. The biggest spread here is 9.5 inches. So at 30, the distance between 20 and 30, it really starts to open up. Okay, on the 40-yard shot, it really starts to widen up. The farther spread is those 2, one at the far left bottom and one at the far right bottom. That is 17 inches. But 6 of them held the top 6 there held a 6 1/4 inch spread. Now let's look at the 50. Okay, the 50-yard shot. Now pardon me shaking where you can see all the bullets. Right here we had 6 on paper. The largest spread between the 6, which is 5 of them grouped there, which is the highest 10 1/4 inch spread. Still lethal on the deer at 50 yards if you ask me. The 6th shot went way low. With that counted, we had a 30 inch spread, and we had 3 off paper completely. Now let's do a wrap up. Okay, to start with, I bet you a bunch of y'all wondering what the wad looks like. Here you go. Right there. Right, got that out of the way. So, what did we learn today? Well, we learned how this ammunition shoots out of this particular gun. That's pretty much it. We already knew 12 gauge, one of the best self-defense rounds ever been. Is it the best deer round? This particular load? No. Shotgun has never been the best deer round, deer load, deer gun. It's always been a rifle. If you ever been around hunting, you know that. All right, a lot of information. So, home defense, would this ammo work? Yes. Would. I don't want to even get into the debate about number 1 through number 4 buckshot. There's camps of people who believe every way. There's also camps that believe number 6, number 4 bird shot, all the way up to number 2 bird shot is the best self-defense for in home. Me, all I can tell you is I have 3-inch Magnum number 4 turkey load in this gun when it sleeps beside my bed. You can disagree with me, you can agree, whatever. Also, with this ammo, I mean, it works good if you're a decent shot, but what if your wife is home that ain't really just can't shoot all that good? You might want a bigger spread at 10 yards than with this. I mean, at 10 yards, this ammo is still in the wad. It's shooting like a slug. If she aims mid-chest, or it might be a man. If you aim mid-chest and you ain't that good of a shot, you pull that far off, a small person, it's going in the wall. So, I mean, you might want to ammo a number 1, number 4 buckshot that's got a spread like that at 10 yards inside the house. It's all dependent. There's probably got to be a part 2 to this, where I shoot what I actually keep in this gun beside my bed. With that said, I'm going to give some recommendations. There's a 4-part series on YouTube I'm going to put in the description. It's a synchronizor, I do believe. I mean, there's so much information about shotguns in that video. I've been around them my whole life, and I still learn a pretty good bit from watching him. Also, Mr Harrell, he's done 1 or 2 really good videos about home defense with shotguns versus bird shot, buck shot, number 1, number 4, all that. Way more intense, and he's way more of a teacher than I am. So, until part 2, I hope you enjoyed the video. Also learned it's hot outside. That hole's bigger than that.